All right. Peace, love, everybody. Kachi Ra back to make another video. Took me some time away from making videos. Just wanted to wait until something hit me to make a video about. Cool. Okay. So this is my well, this is my page, my Facebook page, where you can find me right here with my two-star goddesses, right? And got my little Stargate with the zodiacs, because the zodiacs all together like 12 rings. You got your power play, you got your power stones, you got the 12 tribes, all coming together to make Captain Planets. Don't you look like Captain Planet? And we're the Planeteers. You could be one too, because saving our galaxy is the thing to do. Let's talk about the version of the world, of the cosmic realm. You know, the mystical woman, the mother. Let me see. I had a image. All right, here we go. Let's hear what Captain Planet has to say. When Captain Planet came out with the blue, came out like blue, like Krishna, the woman, who was actual. Let me just pull up the image. Man, I got this up. Might as well just pull up the image. All right. Miss, what was her? She was like Miss Earth, right? Miss Earth, Captain Planet. Miss Earth, Captain Planet. Yeah, this is like the passion. You know how we be having Miss Universe, Miss that and that. This is always. Oh no. Hold on. I said Captain America. Oh, my bad. Captain Planet. My fault. My fault. There we go. Miss Earth, Captain Planet. Where's she at? But there she go right there. The purple lady. In the purple. There we go. Mother Earth. Alright, boom. And she was a black woman too. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. This cartoon was one of my favorites. And they had Mother Earth as a black woman in the purple scarlet. With the woman in the scarlet dress. It's like she drinking the blood of the saints of her fallen children. And there's Captain Planet, who is projected as a blue being because he's a spirit projected as blue because Earth is blue, the sky is blue. It's a projection of everything that's down here, showing itself. She's falling like the Sophia fell down, and she's dreaming of a savior. Savior and her and the children. It's just like it's like a web. Looks like a web around on his chest. And he got the green hair. All that stuff metaphoric, the green is the green will represent in a way the heart chakra. No, really in the chakra sense, the green is the actual. It's a color that represents. To me, it's Osiris. I'm a green. I will be represented as a green individual. if you look at the zodiac of the Egyptians, not the not what we look at usually with there's different zodiacs. So usually when you look at zodiacs, you will see ours as being used as the Aries and all that stuff. But why is Captain Planet hair is green? Your hair is your spiritual crown. And that's a very good way to look at it. Green represents the convoy of a message of love. That's what Captain Planet was trying to be in a way, right? About love, about all of the all of the battle tiers, planet tiers coming together, and they form one cosmic blue being. And his crown is about love, because love is what's going to lift the woman up, because she's fallen into the demiurge, into her own dream-like state, basically. You want to be a planeteer? Cosmic Sophia looking down upon the earth. The virgin woman is what we're speaking of. She loved her creation so much that she wanted to go down and speak to her children the wisdom. Because within the earth, blackness, or her own creation, fell into what is called can't really pronounce it. In Hindu they call it the Ura, the time of the great destruction. Let me see if I can find it. The Urga. I know I'm not thinking about it. I just can't think of can't say the name right now. But it deals with Kali, the great Kali time of the great ending of a cycle. Yeah, here we go. Good time. Great ending of a cycle. So let's talk about the version. So what we trying to say is right here, the version is basically not we're not talking about actual body to body contact. We're talking about wisdom. Wisdom. So if you're conveying aversion to wisdom, then that will you're basically falling into the whole actual religious control method of how they want to use this stuff to control you, in a sense of falling into the whole laws, which is the physical law. Those physical laws had to be made so that you just don't run around. Some people need physical, actual laws to tell them right from wrong. They can't control themselves. So you need these physical laws. Then you've got the spiritual laws. So we got the spiritual laws, which is what? Which will be represented as the New Testaments. Or we got the Hermetic laws, right? So let's pull up the Hermetic laws. Just different laws. No, so this is the Medic law. There was, oh yeah, the Noah, not the Hermetic laws, the Noah laws, the Noahic laws. All right, Noahide laws. There we go. And see, these are 7 too. Just like if you go back and see how we got 7 Hermetic laws, you have 7 Noahide laws. Because once the so-called flood that was written about different across different nations of people when they have their own flood story. Well, then they got their own. They had to start the whole laws again. And the number 7, which is another number related to the virgin woman. So, this deals with the virgin woman, the spirit, the instructions. So we got the cosmic virgin. She is itself a revelation of the wonderful identities subsisting between the ancient wisdom religion of the old world and the creed of Catholic Christendom. And see, however, we find Isis, the moon goddess, in her discourse with Horus, which is Horus is the horizon. So we have the sky, the stars, infinity, or the matrix, the initialization of the matrix. Once you start to place everything together, you start to place law and order, you start to create the grid, the matrix, which is the sky over our eyes, the veil of Isis. Now she's mystically identifying the eye with the soul and comparing the tunics of the physical origin of vision with the envelopes of the soul, when moreover we reflect that precisely as the eye by means of the pupil and the enlightener and the precipitant of the body. So is the soul we illuminating, the seeing principle of man. We can hardly regard this analogy of names as woefully unintentional and uninstructive. Let me scroll down a little bit here. So the former were the spirit and the soul, and the latter is the lower mind or the sense body and the physical organism. And it's talking about the soul and the spirit combining the two. Once the soul and the spirit combines the two, you become a body, which is no longer a version. You are now a substance. Purity is the soul. It's the light that's untainted. You can't really taint light. You can't really taint darkness. But once it becomes a substance, can become tainted, which is no longer a virgin. So for Jesus to become a virgin, come from a virgin, that's saying that we all are virgins because we form from within the egg, within the cosmos, as light and darkness. We come out as matter, which can be tainted because I can taint. What's inside of an egg is untainted, but once it become what comes out of the egg, once it hits the ground, it's tainted. Once it hits the frying pan, it's tainted. That's why, when you get the Bible verse, once you're born, you're a sinner because you're tainted. It's not really explained correctly. Let's see if we can find that Bible verse. Born into sin. Whoever's born. Let me see. What's the Bible verse? When you're born, a baby. Let me see. Born into sin, baby born into sin. Something about baby being born into sin. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Is that it right here? Psalms 5:1. Yeah, Psalms 51. Okay, here we go. Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin my mother conceived me. So this word sin, people look at that as like, oh, sin is not a bad word in this regards. I cannot find it for some reason. It was like, when you're born into sin, basically. I'm trying to find the Bible verse. Hold on. But basically, this explains it also. Therefore, this is though one man's sin enter into the world, because once you become matter, that matter it can be changed and modified. Matter can be created and molded into whatever it wants to be. But while you're inside the egg, you're safe in that cocoon. You're basically your light and darkness becoming into a matter. And then once you break out, now you came into a world of sin, because now you can become whatever you want to be. So sin right here in this regard would be you're able to become what you want to be. And with this, all have sinned and fall short of glory. Let's talk about the stars. So we're all going to fall short, because we became matter, we became heavy. God would be light. He's the sky. So of course we're all going to fall short, because now we became matter, we became whatever we want to be in this cosmic bubble, this matrix bubble, which created. So all these images right here you're seeing is basically us trying to, as matter, as men, trying to gain back up into the light, into the purity of the light, because light would be a virgin, like a virgin, not like a virgin, like not Like, but Light, light, a virgin. So when Mother Mary, hold on, all right. So let me get back to my thought. Had to push pause a little quick. So basically, let's get and also I did not mention the color blue. We already know what blue represents. You got the blue, the blue and the red all the time, always being attacked by our memory, by the media. They always giving us that whole red versus blue. So you got to look at that also, right? Why they always giving us that red versus blue? Your lower core, higher core, it's a thing. But blue will be ISIS. I think I mentioned it, but I just want to recover over that again. Blue will be ISIS once again. So Captain Planet would be the green with love. That will rise you up out of the ground. Notice how Captain Planet always came from the ground up. Once we combine our powers, you shot up, our voices shot up, and he rose up just like Jesus. He rose up because of love. All that stuff ties in. All that stuff ties in. So, and then he's a born again. He's born again like a virgin. You're born again from the ground. You're like a virgin, right? He's blue. Also, blue means a spirit body. Blue would be Casper. Casper's blue. Casper movie, Blue Ghost. He was blue. People say that once they see spirits, they're blue. See, they're blue. So Captain Planet's blue. They're blue. If you look at the sky, like I said, it's a blue screen. Blue screen is a device that illuminates this whole realm. It's a blue screen. It's one big blue screen. So we're living in one big blue screen. So your spirit will be a blue because you have to be blue so you can project what's down here. But what lifts you up? What lifts you up is being lighter than a feather. Love, basically. But there's there's different levels of love. So it's just not love. Love is not just love. So let's get that out the box now. No. Notice also this looks like a little whirlwind. I haven't seen this movie in years. I don't even remember seeing this movie. It's been a long time. But there we go. All of a sudden, this looked like the CERN collider, or a or what you would call a rapture. And there's a woman. Notice a woman is also with the blue spirit. This will represent wisdom, the virgin, wisdom. The kid represent Jesus. Or you can say this is his demiurge brothers. So his brothers are demiurges. Casper was born to the earth to free his mother from them. You can definitely look at this like that because he is watching over her, and she got the red hair. Which red hair. They always like trying to say like Eve had red hair, right? They love to say that Eve had red hair, or Lilith. I think Lilith may had the red hair and Eve had black hair, but Sometimes I see Eve with red hair, and then I see Lilith with black hair. So, well, yeah. Another thing, like I said, this will represent that diversion, the wisdom. So, the spirit and the soul, respectively male and female, remain throughout all the changes of the metacausis, the the metempsychosis, the same indisposable and incorrupted. I'm sorry, when they put like big words back to back, it always gets me to mess up. But the body and the lower intellect were near in each rebirth, and therefore changeful and dissolvable. So what we have, there was something here I read that was something I wanted to share. But this whole thing talks about how the diversion is basically energy that cannot be tainted, basically. So when you look at water, how do you say the soul is water? When you look at water, water can get dirty, but you can clean it. You can clean water, so water can get to a point where it's dirty, but you can clean it. So 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 this phase and Mary, actually Eve. So here we go. So this is about to get into the Ave and Eva. Notice this doesn't say Adam and Eve. This says Ave and Eva. So let me start. I'm going to start to read right here. For the souls have two modes of conditions of being. So, so we got this right here. Let's see what this word means. So moving or tending to move away from its center. So we must be talking about the great explosion, the so-called explosion of light. And naturally, this must be the polar opposite. So let's see what that means. Moving towards. Okay. So we have the explosion, we have the implosion, going within, going without. The first is the condition of her outgoing, her emergence in matter, her emergence in matter, or her fall, and the grief and the subjection which has thereby bring upon herself. So, this is why they say, we all fell into grace. We all fall from grace because we were shot off from the purity of that light, from the very center. into the outer realm, which the outer realm has been untouched from the purity of within the center for so long that it's been created into its own being, in a sense. Right here, Romans 2:23, for all of us sinned and fall short of the glory of God. So we have been away from the center for so long. That's why everyone's talking about, hey, we're trying to go back into the center of the galaxy, or go into this new gateway, because that would then purify us again and get the inorganic ones off our earth. That could be something to see, where you'll see everyone combust because they cannot energetically be within the new power grid that we're about to go into, which is the new earth, heaven on earth. So in this phase is the Jewish Kabbalah represented by Eve. And I say Eve represents evolution. The second condition is that of her incoming, her emergence from matter, the restitution or glorification in heaven. So, of course, as I was saying earlier in the first half of this video, we're into 32 minutes now, that matter comes from light and darkness. So you cannot taint light and darkness. That is diversion. But once that becomes matter, then you are no longer a virgin. You can become tainted. So you're always gonna fall short from the glory of purity, from light and darkness. So in perfect coordinates to the Cori Cosmos, this clearly indicates the nature of the soul's original apostasy. She recited from the prescribed limits, not willing to remain in the same adobe. She moved ceaselessly, and repose seemed death. Hence then, so let's see here. What else we got? Persephone. Persephone is a dragon, by the way. Dragon, cosmic dragon around the egg. DNA around the egg. So your DNA goes around the egg, around the purity of the egg, then you get the wisdom snake, the mother, wrapping her coils around you. And then you get the father, other coils to wrap around the egg. You get the mother and the woman and the masculine and the feminine wrapping around the egg. Excuse me. Just like in Christmas tree, energetically charging up the vessel, the egg, and so much light and darkness into the egg consumes until it explodes. Then out comes the baby, or the creation, the matter, no longer becoming a virgin but born into sin. And then you got Christian, you have the whole Christian belief is, once you're born, you're a sinner. But it's not really explained So that's what that would be. Once you're born, you are a sinner because now you can matter. But it doesn't, sin in this case doesn't mean you're bad. And this is a very good verse right here. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Now, Earth is a womb. Earth is one big womb, just like we're inside of a womb from our mother. It's kind of like we're entering into a different cosmic realm. Cosmic, we have different levels of different dimensions. Because, hey, I remember being a form of a light. And then I was into a form of light. Then I entered to the next dimension, which is a lesser dense version of light. And you enter to the next dimension into a lesser than version of what light would become, to the gas phase, to the liquid phase, and to the matter phase. You became a fish, now you became uh, a walking vessel. Mm, estranged, but the wicked are estranged from the womb. Those who speak lies go astray from birth. That's why I'm a Captain Planet boy. I protect the womb. I protect the cosmic nature of it. Because pretty soon the cosmic DNA will be shifting and it's going to reject. Yeah, it's going to reject those who rejected her. That's the that's the so-called apocalypse, right? Or the whole, what you call it, the what they call apocalypse. So yeah, so I'm almost done. I'm gonna speak about maybe 6 more minutes. Pretty much I've covered what I want to say about the version, about what it really truly means. Just a aspect of pure energy. So let's go ahead and I want to go ahead and move from this. So now you're looking at what? Hold on, let me go back here. Now I'm about to get into the whole Mother Mary thing now. So therefore the Lord will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin will be with a child and bear a son, and she will call him Emmanuel. So, of course, throughout our childhood, people may have grown up hearing about this story and probably asked, how can a virgin woman give birth to a child? And of course, we never really get the answer to that. We never really truly get the answer to that because see, they're not the pastors really don't give you the metaphysical or the scientific or answer. They go back based off the institutional construct of how they've been taught to explain this within the religious constraints. Religion constrains things. They put things into a box that you can't get out. So So now that I explained what a virgin would be in the spiritual form, which is pure light of light and darkness. That's a virgin. And now you get a sun. So you're going to have a light. So a virgin, darkness and light, will bear a son. The first. So since you learned what a explosion and implosion is, that would be the version of light exploding from darkness to light. Now we're going to bear a son, to bear many sons. And now you're going to name him Emmanuel. Now within Emmanuel, you got the word man. So I'm man. And you got the Yule, which is soul. So I'm man and soul combined. Emmanuel sound like a Yule, like Yuletide carols, which is soul, which is sing about the light, sing about the Christmas. So I'm man and sight and light combined. I'm matter and light, darkness and light. But I've been formed into a man of matter, of something that you can actually touch. And this light and this matter that can be touched has fallen because it's heavier than light and darkness. It's a matter. So it's fallen from grace, from the highest point of being a light or darkness. You're a matter. So funny enough, his name's Emmanuel, but then again later on he's called Jesus. Then later on he called Son of Man, and blah 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 blah. All these are just the same thing. Son, soul, the soul of man, of matter. You are light and darkness within matter. So therefore, the matter can be sinful because it's going to be tainted. But once you bust out of your shell, you are now pure, like a virgin again. So yeah, once you are a light being and light and darkness being, you are pure. You're not tainted. So therefore, you always see these type of images of the mother looking down. This is a virgin mother right here of light and darkness. All this stuff, Here's the eggshell. The snake around her. Let's look at Mother Mary. Same thing right here. This is the eggshell. This is the eggshell with the Christmas Yuletide. It could be a snake if you want to be. There's something else too. This is the same exact image over here. This is the same exact image right here. The power of the portal. You got the portal. Same thing. Portals. The woman, wisdom. You would think, since the Bible never said that she had many babies. She just said one. So why did she got all these supposed babies yanking at her? I could have sworn that Jesus was coming back for us, but hey, for some reason, got Mother Mary coming down like she's from the sky too. They never said anything like that from the Bible, but hey, this is all art, Gnostic I can't Masonic artwork that if you don't understand the symbolism of it, it's gonna get lost in the sauce. Here we go, right here. This will represent the snakes, the masculine snake, the feminine snake, wrapping around the egg, and you can say that the male represents the darkness, and because well, sorry, you could say the man represents the light, and then the woman represents darkness because she have the egg, and within that egg of hers comes light, and that's the sun. So she birthed the sun because she is darkness, and she have the egg of water, the dark waters, and she birthed the sun. Same thing here. So all this represent is just the purity of light. So she will not be a actual real human. It will be representation of light and darkness. Funny enough, a lot of people may not even catch this, but this is a Masonic symbol, a Mason symbol, right on top over Jesus' head. So I can't really zoom in too much on this. Let's see, view image. This looks like this is a light, this is dark. Yeah, does sure do look like it. Yeah, it does look like it. This is a darker, so it look like light and dark. Yeah, this will be light. This will be representation of that. If you notice, it got Peter upside down. Peter upside down will represent your lower chakras, falling down from heaven because you're matter. You're a human. This would represent you're being lifted up. There's angels. This is also what I'm looking. What I'm looking at right here is you can see the woman down here in the underworld. This will be Sophia falling to the underworld and need help being risen back up. So wisdom had fallen underneath the teachings of men, because the teaching of man is tainted because it's dealing with the matter, dealing with the human flesh. And due to that, the actual light and darkness of it, the wisdom, is hidden underneath. And yeah, these would obviously represent different planets, time frames, dimensions, gateways that are hidden under man's feet. But you gotta go. But once you fell down to a point where you can actually get to this point, you can skip all this. You can skip all this, just go straight down, be shot up. Or some people have to go in the middle and be abducted to these teachings so the mother can translate the information to them if the person is right, is a righteous teacher. But this is where everything falls into scrutiny, into profit. Hey, I'm a prophet and I'm gonna profit off of you. Get it? Profit. I'm gonna profit off of you because I'm gonna teach you the wisdom and the words, but I'm not gonna teach you too much until you give me more money. So So yeah, but most of us is just gonna be like Peter, like, hey, Peter Pan. Peter Pan's the demon Peter Pan. He's gonna travel into never ever land, or to never ever land where most people don't want to go into. He's gonna go down there and go head first, deep into it. He's not. He didn't look for Jesus to save him. He said, "No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go down, save myself," and that's what he did. But some people look into needing someone to teach them, so they go over here in the right in the middle and have someone teach them. Hopefully, the Spirit would translate the information rightfully to their souls or their feet, because their feet, your souls. But notice how he is barefooted, pointing up. But this is Masonic right here. Yeah. This is a nice little drawing. I'm not sure about the rat. But yeah. Here's a drawing of the same concept. Same concept, we have all the different creatures right here representing different forms of knowledge. We have the piercing needle of the woman, of the sperm, comes together, the unk, piercing into the DNA, piercing into the shell of hidden light and darkness that can form into a ray of light. To a it can form something into matter. So this is what we're at. I mean, like I said, I am a flat earther though, by the way. This is how I view Earth. I mean, this is a perfect way. It's an egg. So when they say Earth is round, I mean they're not wrong. It's a cosmic egg. But within the egg is where we live. We live on a flat surface, a level playing field within the egg, within the cosmic egg. So as above, so below. If we have eggs and creatures that comes from eggs, then damn, we live on an egg. We live in an egg, right? We live in an egg. You got layers upon layers of land that we have not explored or can explore because of reasons. But yeah, and then we have different layers of light above our heads. This is a perfect image. I love it. I love it. Then we have the gateway, the spiral gateway that spins within the egg. So you get the sky spinning because of the power of the twisting of the DNA cosmic clock. So the sky spins and changes based on the structure of the energy level that it want to change into. So all this up here will be a version like energy until it hits down here, and that version like energy can be changed into whatever it wants to be, or however that we want it to take, however we want to take it. So that's where the sin turns into place, because once mankind gains the heavenly knowledge, we can either use it. That's when the polarity comes into place. Good and evil, right or left, blah, 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 blah. Because we are in a body that's dense. So we fall down. So when you hear that song, we fall down to get back up. It's actually talking about your body. You fell down like a shooting star to rise back up. It's a cycle. So you're always gonna fall down and get back up. You're always gonna fall down to get back up. You're always gonna fall down and get back up. But once you're up here, you're pure light. It's like a version of light until you fall back down. Then you're not a version anymore. So that's what that is. All right. So hopefully y'all got something from this. And hopefully you got something nice from this. Yeah. This is the version of the world. Well, you say wisdom of the world, light and darkness of the world. That's what you could just replace version with anything related to cosmic instructions. So cosmic instructions of the world. That's what that is right there. All right, peace, love, everybody. Caught you, bro. Glad that you've seen this video. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.